the other guard position, Derrick Rose.
Thank you for tuning in this Sunday evening. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, our game analysts, and from the sideline, David Aldridge. It's all about the Western Conference. That's where the action is today as the Golden State Warriors get ready to battle. So the Timberwolves win the tip. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Gibson is the 4 with Towns in the middle. Rose is out there with Andrew Wiggins, and it's Crawford at the small forward position. Now here's Wiggins. The kick out to Rose. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Livingston. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. The wide open look for Durant. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Look, Kev, that's pure strength from Draymond Green. When he gets hit, he still finds a way to score it.
The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the game right now. Free throw good, Green.
And guys, it is so rare to see a player like Draymond Green who can legitimately guard 1 through 5, right? This guy moves so well, anticipates every play on the floor. He is just so disruptive and can shut down a player on any given night.
Iguodala with the steal. For 3, Durant. Warriors the rebound. Green kicks to Livingston. Durant dishes to Livingston. Gibson against McGee. Now here's Livingston. He's covered closely. Outside for Durant. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
I'll tell you, don't let Kevin Durant start to percolate from outside that arc, because you're going to be in for a tough night.
Rose passes to Gibson. Poked away. And you think, Doris, about the impact of Draymond Green, and he has had on that defensive end, again, Defensive Player of the Year last season in the NBA. Beyond the triple-doubles without any points, he can just erase chances in crunch time.
I would say he is about the last guy you want to go at when the game is hanging in the balance, because his defense raises its level when the game is going to be determined. I think he might have another Player of the Year on the defensive end in his tool belt before it's all said and done.
Now Rose, after the missed 3 from Iguodala. Kicks it out to Crawford. Rose up on top. He's covered by Livingston. There's Crawford with the 3, and once again off the mark by Minnesota. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Durant against Wiggins, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Durant's got 5 now.
Well, KD knows how to use his body on the block, has such a good sense for when to rise and fire.
Wiggins kicks to Rose. Towns dishes to Wiggins. To halt the run, and Durant sends it back.
Kevin Durant uses his length so well, and how about the timing to send that rejection back?
And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Warriors leading by 8.
You know, with the influx of talent that the Wolves have had the last handful of years, they feel a pressure to win. Fans are wondering when all that talent will mature. Expectations are being raised for this group.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Cole Aldridge, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Shang comes in for Bielitsa. Brown is checked in for Wiggins. And Jones subbed in for Derrick Rose.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Right. I mean, that's solid defense. At the very least, you like seeing them muck it up and make things difficult.
Kicks it out to Crawford. To the inside. Jang, the pass to Aldridge. Can't hit from in close. And the Timberwolves, Doris, with the longest playoff drought in the league.
Well, and Kevin, I think you have seen tremendous growth with this team the last few years. But remember, they're in the unforgiving Western Conference. I think they believe the infusion of veteran talent gives them an opportunity to make the leap and get to the postseason.
Green with the block.
Draymond Green twice on the pipe, sends it right back to the shooter.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Jang, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Ooh, that has to be a relief. First bucket was a long time coming.
Well, you've got to be resilient when you start off that slow. Kept pounding away, and finally they make a bucket.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
I'll tell you, Gorgui Dieng is improving and becoming a value at the center spot with all that length. He challenges shots. He's got a nice face-up touch. There's a lot to like with this guy.
Minnesota making a switch here. Towns, he's checked in for Aldridge. Gibson comes in for Jang. Wiggins is checked in for Brown. And it's Teagan for Jones. Minnesota shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And with Jang's length and touch, you feel comfortable playing him at either the 4 or the 5. And also versatile enough, Doris, to play as a starter or off the bench.
Right. It's hard to find a big man who does as much as Gorgui Dieng. He doesn't necessarily dominate in one area, but this guy always finds a way to contribute.
Offensive rebound. Towns. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, second chance bucket, right? You have to put a body on Towns or he'll devastate you.
And McGee kicks to Durant. There's a good screen. Puts up a 3. The offensive rebound. And it's Green missing. Timberwolves trail by 4. The shot and game clock separated by 4. To the inside. Crawford, no one around him. Towns dishes to Crawford. Teague up top. Another shot. Fires for 3. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And that does it for the first quarter. Warriors lead by 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Well, we know what Derek went through. The injuries, the
I got a clear mind when I play. I can't think of.
Well, Rose says no pressure, but I have to feel like there's at least a little bit, guys, of pressure to get back to where he was.
Yeah, I mean, league MVP in 11, once considered a cornerstone for the NBA's youth movement. What we find out now after dealing with the adversity is, does he have the heart and drive?
Kevin Durant, 2.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Tough defense throughout that first period, and it's really paying dividends.
Well, I think there's a level of physicality with them right now and not allowing the opponent to feel comfortable getting into their heads just a bit.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Gibson is the 4 with Towns in the middle. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Rose. And it's Crawford at the small forward. Now here's Gibson. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Well, that's tough defense in the paint, harassing him every step of the way.
And Green slams it in.
How about the incredible floor awareness from Kevin Durant? Such a sense for when one of his teammates has a clean look.
And the Warriors bringing back the band coming into this season. Durant took $9 million less than the max. That enabled them to bring back every big-time contributor from their 2017 championship roster.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, analytics has taken over the NBA, but Minnesota coach and president of basketball operations Tom Thibodeau says it doesn't tell you everything. He said analytics can measure a lot of things, but it's very difficult to measure drive. The magic is in the work. Kevin?
And Tom Thibodeau makes a good point, D.A. Analytics is certainly helpful, but it doesn't capture everything.
Boy, if you allow Kevin Durant to play in space, in transition, you can turn the lights out.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball.
And the Warriors not just re-signing their own free agents, they went out and got some other guys. Omri Caspi and Swaggy P. Hard to believe, but they might be even better than last year.
Well, Kevin, no one's ever questioned his court vision. Rose playing unselfish basketball, being the leader this team needs him to be.
Now here is McGee. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. And that'll be his third foul so far. Pachulia, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Bielitsa, he checks in for Towns. Iguodala kicks to Green. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Green's got the lead up to 12 now for the Warriors. Outside Rose. There's the pick. Crawford outside. Back to Rose. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. Here's Green. He feeds it to Pachulia. Durant for three. He scores his sixth bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
One trend we've seen, Doris, is the shift away from one primary ball handler toward a more collective approach. Do you think that change is here to stay?
Well, it'll be interesting. I do think the NBA is very much a copycat league. So you think back to the 90s and the slow-down, grinded battles between the Miami Heat and the New York Knicks, to now the pace and space offenses that is so much fun for us to watch. What's the next evolution? We saw the San Antonio Spurs play big. Is there a team that wants to reformulate the NBA, find success? As you know, everybody's trying to beat the champ, and right now the champ is all about pace and space and equal opportunity offense.
Indeed. Now Rose, following the miss by Draymond Green from deep. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Livingston with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. Livingston, no luck, dishes it to Wiggins. 1:44 left in the second quarter. Tries from 10. Off the left rim and out. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now.
Boy, you love to see Kevin Durant share the rock. Superb at quickly getting the ball to his guys.
Outside Rose. To the paint, Gibson. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
And you can blame it on a terrible defensive breakdown, one that could possibly swing the momentum here.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Caspi, he's checked in for Iguodala. Young comes in for Kevin Durant. And Cook subbed in for Sean Livingston. Here is Caspi. And the wide open shot from Green. No good with the triple. Timberwolves trail by 12. To the middle. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And how about last season, Steve Kerr becoming the fastest coach in NBA history to reach the 200-win plateau? This guy has had nothing but success in his first run and already considered one of the elite coaches in the league.
Checked in for Golden State. And then for Minnesota, Cole Aldrich. He's checked in for Gibson. Brown comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Derrick Rose. Now here's West. Green kicks it to West. Back to Green. Offensive rebound. The three ball. The shot's good on the assist by West. And that's now 10 points for Draymond Green.
I'll tell you, what a start in the first quarter, and now he's taking it to a new level here in the second.
Teague can't hit. And Doris, for Kerr to get win number 200, the team only needed 238 games played. For those wondering, that is an insane 84% winning percentage.
Wow. Yeah, Kev, you look at all the coaches in any sport, and none of them comes close to that career winning percentage. And for all his success, the guy remains humble and does nothing but give credit to the players. This guy deserves recognition for an incredible record.
Yeah, a nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. To the inside. The elites and misses.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Young's shot is off.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
And so it... Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We so hope you enjoyed our first half. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 16 points, 2 block shots, and 2 assists. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
When KD has it going, there's nothing you can do to stop him.
And now, folks,
welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about. And the Warriors with possession here. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Setting the floor for the Warriors. They've got Caspi. Green is out there with Bell. Then there's Nick Young, and it's Cook in at the point guard position. Now here's Wiggins. Over in the corner, Rose. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Rose has got it back down to within single digits for Minnesota. And when Andrew Wiggins came into the league, there was a lot of fanfare and lofty expectations placed upon him. Many in the league thought he'd be the next big wing star in the league. And Doris, while the hype might have gotten carried away a little bit, Wiggins has shown he's a force on the court.
Right, he's dealing with a couple of things. The hype coming out of college and also being involved with the trade for Kevin Love. There's a lot to live up to there, but this guy has shown an outstanding ability to live up to the #1 pick label. This guy's a franchise talent no matter how you look at it.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Karl Anthony Towns was voted by GMs last season as the player they most want to build a franchise around. But he is not resting on his laurels. He said, "I work hard on my game. I want to be the strongest player, the most intelligent player, and the most skilled player on the court at all times." Kevin?
Thanks, David. That work ethic will definitely help Towns get better. He's already a dynamite player. Young's shot is off.
I don't like their energy level since the break, right? They've missed 3 of their first 4 shots.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Wiggins passes to Gibson. It's stolen by Green. Wiggins against Young. And Bell kicks to Green. From deep. But they get it back. Bell dishes to Green. Caspi for 3. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Rose. Gibson the screen. Rose passes to Gibson. They get it again. Back to Rose. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Kicks to Crawford. Gibson dishes to Rose. 5 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. Crawford, no luck. Warriors leading by 12.
I love the complementary aspect of this group now. You know, you've got the young talent, but you've brought in some veteran leadership here for the Timberwolves. The duo of Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns kind of gave the confidence to them to go out and acquire a superstar in his prime like Jimmy Butler.
I'll tell you, if he's feeling right physically, Rose will battle you every step of the way. That's a fierce-looking drive.
Different look here for the Warriors. JaVale McGee's checked in for Bell. Iguodala comes in for Caspi. Durant's checked in for Nick Young. And it's Livingston in for Cook. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's foul number 2 for him. And Greg, the core of this Timberwolves team is Wiggins and Towns. And, you know, rarely do you get to see 2 #1 overall picks team up early in their careers.
And how about back-to-back years, no less. But I consider Jimmy Butler kind of a foundational piece as well. He's in the conversation for the best shooting guard in our league.
Well, you can tell Kevin Durant is percolating right now. He is exceptional at getting to his rhythm.
Wiggins against Durant. From 12 feet out. That's short off the rim.
I'll tell you, his inconsistency not helping their cause at all.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Bjelica, he checks in for Gibson. Brooks comes in for Jamal Crawford. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Andrew Wiggins. Durant, no good.
Maybe not that time, but he'll hit more than his share if he's left open.
Here's Jones, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Oh, I'll tell you, that's good basketball. You have to get a little creative against the big man, but I love his initiative.
Now here's Teague. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Durant for 3. Again, Durant missing. Timberwolves trail by 11. Brooks kicks to Towns. Timberwolves working now with the new shot clock. Outside Teague. Back to Brooks. The 3 ball. And it's Teague. That time on the assist by Brooks.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Timeout called the Warriors. And at this point, everyone knows just how deadly this Warriors offense can be. So many weapons and all the stars that can just take over a game doors. It really is a matter of pick your poison.
Well, to me, Kev, it's arguably one of the best offenses the NBA has ever seen. Statistically, they have put up numbers on par with any other great team in history. The threes are the sizzle, but to measure this team strictly in that category would be a disservice.
Pachulia, he's checked in for Green. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Bjelica. Crawford comes in for Aaron Brooks. Wiggins is checked in for Teague. And it's Rose in for Jones. Outside Rose, inside Towns. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, you just love the way Cat carries himself. I'll say this, he knows what work is.
Good on the second free throw. Here's Livingston. Feeds it to Pachulia. Livingston with it. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. The third quarter comes to a close. Warriors ahead. They're up by 7. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Now let's hear what Coach Tom Thibodeau was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Keep digging, man. Keep fighting. Keep fighting.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play getting started. Here is Rose. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Rose is out there with Andrew Wiggins. And it's Crawford. Then there's Towns. And it's Bjelica in at the 4.
Well, this is one of Rose's few offensive limitations, right? That consistency from deep range, but he drills that one. Oh, he is one hard player to deal with at the offensive end.
Timberwolves trail by 6. To the right side. Shoots a 3. Rose can't get that one to fall. And here we go. Here's McGee. No good on that one. Nice D from Crawford. Outside Rose. Crawford outside. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Passes it to Towns. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Livingston. And that one goes long.
Boy, that's a tough miss. Does well to get himself open and then botches it up.
And here is Durant. He kicks it to Livingston. Back to Durant. And it's Bjelica with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Teague comes in for Jamal Crawford. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Derrick Rose. Now here's Iguodala. Here's Pachulia. Rebound by Bjelica. Outside Teague. Pass to Wiggins. Here's Bjelica. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Pachulia. The Warriors making a switch here. Bell's checked in. Timberwolves also changing it up. Taj Gibson's checked in for Bjelica. Crawford comes in for Jeff Teague. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Tyus Jones.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
Wiggins against Durant. Here's Iguodala. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Taj Gibson picks one up.
And for the last few seasons, we've seen where Andre Iguodala's role on offense has diminished. You know, he still contributes, but tends to defer a bit more there. And one thing you can say, though, defensively still at an elite level in terms of his versatility.
Perhaps, Greg, the biggest asset Iguodala brings to a team is his ability to defend.
I mean, he just has great timing for when to go for the steal. I mean, he can still move his feet well and can guard anybody, but the versatility to guard point guards to power forwards is something that makes him special.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Bell. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. Three-pointers have hurt them tonight, and he told his players, we've got to play them better on the three-point line. We can't give them any more clean looks. Kevin?
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And Doris, as many NBA teams are doing, the Minnesota Timberwolves now have their own G League affiliate.
Well, and to me, this is a smart move by the organization, Kev, because it gives them a lot of flexibility in how they develop players. It's a very useful tool given their young talent. Only positives have come from teams purchasing G League affiliates.
Here's Iguodala, following the score by Derrick Rose. Green kicks to Iguodala. McGee, the pass to Green. Livingston dishes to Durant. Over Wiggins. And he can't bank that one in. Timberwolves trail by 3. To tie it up. The offensive rebound. Minnesota calls timeout.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Yeah, maybe a new approach, because what they're doing is not working. You're going to have to alter some things on the offensive end.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Kevin Durant.
Yeah, more than half of their scoring has been through him. It hadn't been selfish either. That's the way they mapped this thing out. And they knew what a tough matchup he'd be for their D, so they just decided to ride it.
Stolen by Durant. Outside, Green. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Wow, we're accustomed to seeing Draymond Green make the pass, but how about that catch-and-shoot delivery? Nice.
And the dunk by Towns.
Oh, needing a bucket there. Towns doesn't hesitate.
Outside, Durant. Back to Livingston. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one on Rose.
And that's really the change in our game. It's the overall athletic ability. I love those point guards that can throw it down.
Well, you've talked about that. That's a dose of the modern NBA, Greg. That kind of aerial ability isn't limited now to just the front court anymore.
That's exactly right.
That's the point, guys. When your lead playmaker can get to the rim like that and convert, monster advantage.
Now Durant, following the three-point attempt by Derrick Rose. Durant against Wiggins. 4 on the shot clock. Another 3 for Golden State.
It's easy to admire the work of Kevin Durant. The defense is on him, but he fires with confidence. Good luck, defender.
Towns the screen. Now here's Rose. He's covered by Livingston. And the dunk by Towns. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 12 rebounds. Warriors leading by 8. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 9. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. On the wing, Jamal Crawford fires for 3, knocks down the 3 ball.
Well, late rotation by the defense, and Wiggins has the vision to find the open man.
Outside, Green. Wiggins against Durant. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Wiggins with some nice D.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
And the dunk by Towns.
Oh, does he deliver? That is a determined young fella right there. Karl Anthony Towns.
Fearless, decisive, on point.
Which is exactly what you have to be, especially when your team needs a bucket.
Now here's Durant. And there's the foul. Goes on Taj Gibson. And that's it for him. He's fouled out. Not only that, we are in the bonus. He'll have to go to the line for 2.
At the line for the Warriors, Kevin Durant.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Well, Kevin Durant, one of the more efficient players that we have ever seen. This guy is a juggernaut by himself on the offensive end. He can score from virtually any spot on the court.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Boy, don't you love it. As calm as can be, seals the win with some tremendous work at the free throw line.
And the Timberwolves call timeout. They trail by 4. Just 4 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What do you think, guys?
I mean, it's iffy that there's enough time to even get a quick shot and a foul.
Here's Towns. Money! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Oh, their communication on offense is working at every level now. These guys are really cohesive. What a run.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much with Kevin Durant. Made a slow start for you offensively, but you were able to stay aggressive. How do you keep that mentality as a great scorer?